Good evening, everybody. Thanks a lot for joining us. Just getting the last of the posts out and all that fun stuff. So thanks a lot for joining me tonight, guys. I am very much looking forward to an amazing stream with all you guys tonight. Now, game week 222 is shaping up to be one of my favourite game weeks of all time. And we'll see how we go on tonight, and hopefully we can all ride that curve together. We've got a few things to touch on as we go through the stream. One will be, of course, the Silm Championship, the SoRare Influencers League inaugural World Championship, or whatever we're going to call it. You know me, I'll have the big things up. The World Championship. Scotland, flying the flag, guys. You know who to be backing. We'll be touching on that, how to get involved, what happens tomorrow, all that kind of stuff, as well as some other little bits and pieces as we go through it. Of course, we will also be looking back at the game week we're leaving behind and seeing how well we've done. We'll be dropping fist bumps into the live chat if you're watching this live. I love you. Thanks a lot for joining me. And if you're watching this after we've been live, I love you guys too. Thanks a lot for joining me. Don't forget, if you're watching this after we've been live, you cannot participate in the live chat, but you can leave a comment. So at any stage, if I'm asking a question or you see something or whatever, just drop a comment. I see it. I'll normally pick them up, you know, get involved. And otherwise, yeah, same old. Sorry, guys. Like I said, I've got my cameraman up for sale on eBay. So I'm still getting used to having a different camera position. Keeping my eyes with you guys, of course, which is a lot easier when I'm looking at the screen doing stuff, as well as keeping on top of the live chat. So Martin O'Regan, good to see you, my man. Rob Turner, Gaza. Evan Crightley, Daniel Bramlett, what up, Quinny? Good to see you, my man. New name from me. Predictology, Rascal Misaki, I don't think I've seen you in a while. Thanks for joining us. And Moldy, good to see you, my man. Awesome Possum. Now, guys, the gaming we're leaving behind, right? I wasn't expecting, Scott Marshall, fist bump to you. I wasn't expecting too much out of the game week that we're leaving behind because it was a midweek. There wasn't, you know, it was European football. I didn't have that many goalkeepers. I didn't have any super rares I was excited about. So it was just a case of getting the best rare teams together I could. And we threw out a few limited teams as well. And it looks like we're going to be doing pretty okay this game week. We're, you know, fingers crossed, we're not over the line anywhere yet. But out of 6 entries, to be pulling 4 in the green, it's fucking phenomenal. Fantasy Gaffer, good to see my man. And live power ranks. Colorado's playing in the playoffs, if that's what you mean, Fantasy Gaffer. I mean, Ben Seed, good to see my man. So 4 out of 6 entries look like PK random. Look like they will be pulling us something at this game week, albeit we're not at the top of the pools, we're not chasing down podiums or anything, but we're getting in amongst it, you know. And wait until you see the tail of the tape with some of these lineups that we've had. Now, I'll say at this point, we will be leaving. Well, we won't be on SoRare data as long this evening. They have suspended SD11 action while they reformat their gaming arena to include limited cards as well in the future. Don't know what that means exactly for all the iterations of the game arena that SoRare data has at the moment exactly, but all those details will come to us in due course, I'm sure. It does sadden me before such a huge monumental game week that I can't do a wee bit of SD11 action. So with a heavy heart, we don't have any action to participate over there. But we will, of course, be doing lineup builder, and we will be paralleling that alongside the prize pool for the next game week. Okay, but before we get into that, SoRare Value, good to see my man. SoRare Value, you will be drunk. I think you were beating Sparta Prague 2-0 last I've seen, so good for you guys. Well done. The Gio Vanity Van Bronckhorst Arena comes in with a notable win. Sparta Prague are not mugs by any stretch of the imagination. But this is the limited team we ran out now. Seattle Sounders lost their playoff game. I bought this fucking lineup because I expected them to get playoffs. Duh, that was pretty much writing on the wall for ages. But I also expected them to go pretty far in the playoffs and make a good fist of it. But no, they fell at the first hurdle. But this little team might still pull me something in. So I was like 10 for something. This game was quite early in the game week. But I was quite high for a long time. The Rui Diaz being a sub and then not having much of an impact when he came on, which really killed this team, unfortunately. But I think we're probably quite safe in the tier 2 limited category. We would need to drop like 85 points basically, with the tournament being 96 complete to drop into the tier 3 pool. So I think this will be one of my better limited rewards. So I'll be looking forward to seeing who that could be. Now, I've actually been pretty excited with this team since I set it because I downgraded Kamada into this lineup because I can't remember who it was, but somebody raised a question over whether he would play or not. Frankfurt had basically qualified on paper already, and I backed Daiichi to get the Europa League game, and it's paid off in this little This little team, we've brought the EFIT at an absolute canter, and we're only going like 60 points above threshold. It's not that much in the grand scheme of things, and we're pulling in a tier 3. We're 20 points at the moment off of a tier 2. Now, we've picked Danny Wilson. He doesn't feature often for FC Barcelona, it must be said. He is a former Rangers player, so his spot is always in a bit of contention with me. But as you can see in the short, you know, he's done me okay. He's won me a bunch of crap cards. Well, Mauricio Perez, I think, was okay. He's won me more cards than he's worth, certainly, anyway. And when we look at his actual thingamagooch, last 5 is 66. And so the reason I'm showing you this is not because I love Danny Wilson or anything, right? But I'm optimistic that I can maybe move up a tier. Okay, so let's look at SO5 scores. Danny Wilson in a good game can break the 60s, can get into the 70s. And that's without a decisive, I believe. These games, yeah, these were all round scores being high and dominant. So if he has a belter of a game, and the game I think is just about started if it hasn't already, you know, he can have a killer and a big important match. I would hope if Danny Wilson can get to the 70s, so it's about another 40 points, then his multiplier on top of that, we could get quite comfortable in the tier 2 pot. And if we got mega lucky, if he actually got a goal or a decisive, we might break the tier 1 threshold. Captain Kyogo did good, and Cham came off the bench and got a goal, which was lovely, and unfortunately All Black didn't get the clean sheet, but hey ho, it is what it is. This team was the weakest team of them all, just in terms of fixture strength, likelihood of playing, etc. Not really done very much for us. The Man City Limiteds look like, and I know Lautaro Martinez isn't included in that, but the crux of this team is those guys. They look to be picking us up a limited card. Again, 46 points off of a tier 2, and that's with, you know, David Silva in play the now at 32 points, and Eric Garcia making a horrible stinker of a debut for SC Barcelona. All-round score terrible, and it looks like he started on the bench. Decisive score of 25. I said an error to goal or something, I'm not sure. Yeah, minutes played 4. Yeah, so he came off the bench, didn't even realise that. Like I've always said, guys, I do not even track my limiteds until I look at my page. This looked to be my best Champion Euro rare team, and it kind of was, to be honest with you. We're not pulling in a prize, unfortunately. Depay and Sané, they're keeping their decisives for the weekend. What can I say? Angelino showed why the club signed him in a dominant fixture against Bruges. Max Arnold didn't do too great, and Trapp at the moment, with no clean sheet, is being what you would expect. Now, it's probably my best team. Now, I've made the boo-boo of playing fucking Tyler Adams, who in 3 Champions League appearances has been booked in all 3 games, and somehow I missed that. Was suspended for the game tonight and was DNP. As soon as I realised that, like after the deadline, I was crushed. I had a good feeling this team could have popped off, and unfortunately, it looks like we might pull in a tier 3. 97% ran, but we're right on the bubble. 15 points to drop out, or 16 points to drop out of it. So I'm shitting myself. But as you can see, guys, 4th position was only 60 points away from me. The best scoring player I had that wasn't included, that could have been included, would have been Theo Hernandez. Let's imagine I did do that. Wouldn't be a big stretch of the imagination, to be quite honest with you. But it would have, you know, it would have got us into the top 10 certainly, and would have been in the tier 1 shout, I would have thought. So shoulda, woulda, coulda, but one mistake out the game week, and it looks like, you know, we've got 4. Hopefully 4 out of 6 are going to pull something in for us. If it was 3, 2, 1, I'm not bothered. If I get any card out of this game week, I would be satisfied. But at the moment, at the 11th hour, it's looking pretty tasty. I'll catch up with the live chat. Thanks, there's been some comments flying away from all you guys. Jimmer, good to see my man. Fist bump to you, my man. Drinking Malbec and watching Lord Jack Price. Love it. David Bramlett, the only man with a better beard than thank you very much. Wait to see how it pans out. Early days. Yeah, fair enough. Regarding Gio Van Bronckhorst, Rose Slevin, fist bump, good to see my man. Jack Bryce can be the Lord of the Shire. Yeah, King of the Hobbits. Mickey Basson, we caught your fist bump, I think, already. Claudio Bravo was subbed off on 72 minutes tonight. Oh, okay, good catch, Moldy. I probably won't play him for the weekend then. Matty Boy, fist bump, good to see my man. Slow-mo, you as well. Currently sitting 2nd in All-Star Pro. Matty Boy, no way, I need to check that out. All-Star Pro 2nd, that's going to be a juicy. Oh, is there Star Rare payouts this game week for you? Let me know. Is there Star Rare payouts? Matty Boy, there he is, flying the flag. Who have you got? Muslera, man after my own heart. Been after that guy for fucking ages. Marco Teixeira, good shout on the Turkish guys. Jalmario, Benfica, Sangar, Benzema, great team, great score. Hope you go over the line. I think you're probably relatively safe from podium. 96% gone. Oh, you're definitely going to be in the upper echelons, buddy. I think that's decided now at this point. But it's just how long can you hang on for? I think so. Good luck to you, my man. Good to see that. Hope you pull it, and I can't wait to see what prize you get out the end of it. Now, if you want to get involved in the SoRare Influencers League World Championship, whatever, you just need to go to sorarebrag.com and join, okay? It'll ask you for authorization to your SoRare account, and it makes very explicitly clear what that permission grants and doesn't grant. Make sure you read it properly. It's the same permission that you would give to SoRare Data, SoRare Mega, all these other side games. Ubisoft One Shot League when it was around, if you played that. And then basically just click this banner at the top as of tomorrow, and you pick who you're backing, which is going to be me, of course. You're going to be backing me. You're going to get in the FC Barcelona camp, flying the flag for Scotland, whoever you want to be backing, whether it be player or team-wise or whatever, and we are going to do it, guys. Now, the way it works is you guys vote for the SO8. I'm going to decide it on your votes, okay? If I think you guys are all mental and I don't pick what you guys have voted for, we lose XP for that, okay? So picking bullshit players is just going to cost you cards, okay? I don't get anything for this. I don't get paid. I don't get a card. I don't get bribed. I don't get anything. This is just for entertainment value, guys. You win stuff by telling me what cards should go in the SO8 to beat Z-Noob, to beat Spicer, to beat John, to beat Apple Gonez, and all the other people that are involved in this as well. So yeah, that's what it's all about. And if we all agree on the same cards, we get more XP, more chance of winning, more chance of card payouts. All the card payouts have been kind of detailed on Twitter. There's a YouTube video you can go watch as well. If you Twitter search, YouTube search, anything like that, SoRare Influencers League, you'll find it very easily. I'm just calling it the Sim World Championship because I think that sounds a bit punchier for my taste. World Championship. Zara, good to see you, man. Every time I see you, Zara, in the chat, I always think it's Griezmann. I can't help it. Danny Wilson just gave away a pen. Don't do that to me, Mikey boy. Do not do that to me. So make sure you jump over there, guys, at some point between today and tomorrow. And then tomorrow, I think it's about 12, about midday or so. Registration opens, and you back your man, 23,001 FC Barcelona, to go and win the inaugural World Championship. Free Bentos, fist bump. Good to see you, my man. Okay, so guys, I've been so excited for this game week. Okay, now we're going to start off at the prize pools. Now, as always, I've been fucking about my phone all week, picking teams and deleting them, and picking them 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 and deleting them. And now we're going to double check the prize pools. How many prizes are getting paid out? What's the head count? Where should I be targeting? And then we're going to go into our lineup builder and build our teams in priority of the prizes we want to win and see how far we get and what we get up to. Okay. Now, it's a very special game week. There's just so much going on. I can't wait to take you through it. Now, when I look at the rare payouts, okay, the first thing that does jump out to me is I do feel that the pro divisions all of a sudden are not quite as heavily populated as previous. I might be wrong on that. It might just be my perception, but it feels like the head count of some of these divisions has gone ever so slightly down, and that will be in part to a big chunk of MLS cards going dormant, as well as I'm seeing guys on Twitter all the time cashing out some profit, going risk-free, doing all that stuff, which is cool, and power to you. But all those people to do that are selling valuable cards, which can be D3 or pro-level rares or super rares. So it feels like there's a wee headcount drop in there. Maybe not a quality and competition drop, because I think a lot of the guys that fight in there seriously most weeks are probably still doing that. So what does that actually mean? Who knows? Oscar, good to see my man. Hey Quinny, I have emailed you regarding the spreadsheet. Oscar, if I've not responded to it already, I will probably do it after the stream. But I did a bunch of emails the other day. Would be great to get it because I've just finished my second game week. Yeah, oh, no problem, pal. I'll get that to you as soon as I can. So, yeah, the head counts in the pro divisions, and I always prioritise the pro divisions, but with the midweek there, I started prioritising the D4s just because my supers had shit fixtures and whatever else. So I'm trying to keep that tandem of moving game week to game week and appropriating my cards the best way to win possible. And that is the objective. Having fun is a big part of it, but I have fun by winning. So, All-Star Pro is my bread and butter, as you know. We're getting star rares back to 27th. Huge payout. 1,600 entrants is a sizable amount, but I think it has been, pretty sure it has been a lot bigger in recent weeks. Tier 2s all the way back to 134. So even getting, what's that, like the top 8%, top 9%, you're going to be picking up a card, which is, you know, is in terms of recent ratio payouts, is pretty much as good as it gets. Now, the star rare category is much bigger now, I'm noticing, because they are trying to pay out more star rare. So I think as they populate a lot more of these newer cards and whatever, we might notice the head count in here goes up. But in the global region, you would always expect the tier to be bigger and have a better concentration of the top end quality. So at the very top, we've got the European guys, of course, Mbappe, all the usual names. Van Dijk is still there, begging to be won by yours truly, of course. We then get some of the challenger guys really high, like Tadic, Morioka, Adeyemi, Lisandro Martinez. And then do we have any other kind of territories of high value guys that jump out? Pedro Goncalves I just seen, Undav and Kunku, U23 guys predominantly. I don't think there's actually, I don't see any MLS guys up in here, which will keep a lot of you guys at home happy. We've got River Plate, we've got Julian Alvarez, the Spider-Man there himself. And otherwise, it is predominantly European-based stars. There's a lot of goalkeepers up here. We know why they get into the star category. Because they're always dear. And if they're playing, you know, it is what it is. Pulling them. If you finish like 24th and you got a goalkeeper, I think you can be quite happy with that, you know. Especially one that gets into the star category. It's one that plays every week, always has high auction volume and a high like percentage of appearances. So a really good and varied, really champion challenger mix bag of a pool. So I really like that a lot. And U23s, we'll just check out the star rare content. So we've got Mbappe still there. We've got Timber up there. He's climbing the ranks in terms of what pool he's in and how highly he's placed. Bellingham, Donnarumma, Upamecano, Wirtz, Adeyemi, Vinny Jr. A lot of great guys in here as well. And again, at a quick glance over, I just see champion and challenger Euro guys. Yeah, there's no MLS or Asian guys in here. Which will keep a lot of you guys at home quite happy, I'm sure. And champion Euro in the star rare category, again, it's just Mbappe. So Messi's, there's a Neymar. So Messi's, there's no Messi's anywhere. We've got some Mbappes, we've got some Kimmies, we've got a wee bit of Louis over here as well, as some Van Dijks and a few other guys. So good prize pool in the, and we've got Gavi. We've finally got the rookies involved, which is great to see. So yeah, very good pools all round. Very, very happy with that. So let's go back and see exactly what the count is on each of them. So I think, what was it? Yeah, about 1,600 for the big pool, the really good one with the best challenger and the best champion and the best U23 cards. Around 8% to get anything, and you've got to get into the top 25, so that's like 2% or something to go and get one of the biggest cards going on the platform, potentially. Under 23s, let's say that gets to 500. Champion Euro, let's even say that gets to 500 as well. We're getting, oh, Jesus, even if they don't, let's be real, if they don't really move too much, you're looking at over 10% in Champion Euro Pro, and you're looking at about 10% in 23 Pro. Very good payout ratios, but again, the strength of the competition, especially in Champion Euro, has that really diminished? Probably not. It's just a lot of people probably fed up with losing, and they're taking those cards and putting them in All-Star Pro. So how do I feel about that? Do I want to maneuver around that? We'll see as we go. But I'm really happy with those prize pools. And the super rare, in the All-Star, we've got 27 cards getting paid out. No star, which is what I'm always looking for when I come to this pool, is do we get a star super rare? They have promised that's in the offing, and we don't have it yet. Let's see what happens. So we'll dive into the lineup builder and we'll see exactly what we've got to play with. Okay, now I threw together the super rare one already because I kind of know the super rares I'm not going to be using. We'll come to that at the end of the stream. We won't worry too much about that. So I think the first place we'll start off with is going to be, I'm probably going to go to Champion Euro first because the head count ratio. So I think if I put, again, similar to the last game week, if I put like my best champion cards in there and go for it, if they come off, I'm in the shout, you know. Now I'm not saying they'll definitely come off, but the thing is, if they do, then I'm there. I'm getting in amongst it again, like I was last game week. Okay, so All Black away to Cadiz is a very good fixture, but I do like Nubel's fixture at home at Strasbourg. Strasbourg typically aren't that an attacking force of a team. You know, they can't score goals and whatever, but Monaco have getting better results. Nubel's scores have been getting better recently, but I think All Black is the lock for that, just with the caliber of card that he is. At the back, just with the strategy that I pretty much know is going to be deployed in here, I just want to see who's the best at, you know, defensive-wise, who's got good oppositions. One of the best ones is who I'd be picking anyway. We've got a new super rare in town, guys. We've picked up a Pablo Maffeo, okay? Man City CFG boy, right back at Mallorca. He's been doing pretty okay. And he was cheap enough, 0.3 or something. McBride's got him and he's been doing pretty well for him. And I quite like, I had him on my list anyway. We went for him. And he's like another good defender to come in. Trippy injury did put a bit of pressure on me defensively when it comes to super rares. Because what I want to do in midfield is I want to play a super rare up here. Like Brais Mendes, who is away to Alaves, who have got an opposition average statistic of 51. An attacking guy like this, who does make final third passes, does get in decisive actions. I think that could be a good game for Brais. This is pretty much going to be very similar to the team last weekend. Sané is at home to Bielefeld. Now, the Bayern Munich bench was so weak and destroyed in the midweek European game. I don't think that's going to change too much come the weekend, and Sané has been ever present, and really I've been waiting for him to get dropped every game week, and I think now, 25th of November, I'm just going to throw him in because I just cannot see it really at this point, because European football could be the place to rest him, basically, with them being qualified now. I think all their big fixtures are gone. I think the last fixture is a bit, maybe the weakest one, I can't remember exactly, but I've got that impression somehow in my head. It might just be that they can't do any better in the group than what they're at, or something. So I suspect he'll play against Bielefeld to start and maybe get 60 minutes or something like that. But Sané in 60 minutes can get 80 points, 70 points, so I can live with that. And of course, legend of the club, Depay is going to be the man. So I'm not really seeing anything at a glance. When I look at this, anyone who's got a really favourable fixture, Falcao's got a great fixture on paper, but the team, I don't know how likely he is to start. So there's Timo Werner, but again, I just don't know if he's going to start. I'm sure he'll feature. Nemeka's got a great fixture with Dortmund at the moment. Average score for a forward versus Borussia Dortmund at the moment is 54. So a forward like Nemeka in great form, he will be very useful to me, but I don't think it's going to be in this division. And I think that's going to be the makeup of the team I'm going for. That kind of picks itself. I'm pretty sure that's the team I've already picked over here. And I just want to confirm that. But yeah, so I'm going super rare defender midfielder, and I'm doubling up with the firepower up top, and I'm just going to blast myself in here. Hopefully, and you can see with Maffeo's L5, if you can, and I should be able to maybe zoom in a tiny bit. Yep. So you can maybe see Maffeo's L5, so he's got 67, 86, 40 in his last 3. Overall, if he does what a fullback does, in a worst case scenario, gets around that 40 point mark. With a super rare bonus, he can be serviceable to get me a prize if the other guys hit off and take, Same with Mendes, and so I'm really happy with this squad, and I didn't really see anything there that would have deterred me. So the real question is going to be coming into my global. I don't think Maffeo is on loan from I don't think Stuttgart signed him. Whenever I've seen Maffeo before, he was on loan at like Granada, and I think Girona. He's a CFG kid, City Football Group. I've got game week 200. Maffeo Limited, he's been solid. Oh, you got brilliant, Misaki. I think I said that actually when you won him, that I like that Maffeo, because is that 60 the average score for forwards against United? It is XMK. So the average forward in SO5 gets 60 against Man United. How incredible is that, eh? That's just not for Werner, that's for every forward that's played against Man United on a SoRare tracked Opta fixture. Forwards average 60 against them. That's a great detail, isn't it? But yeah, Sanchez is a good fixture. I'd actually expect him to start. Sulemana came off the bench tonight, and I think he might start the weekend, so I might try and get him in somewhere. Or a reward from the last game week, of course. The Leipzig boys, I think they're going to run Leverkusen over based on tonight's showing against Celtic, at least anyway. And I've got some other rare midfielders there. I know who they are, and I don't think they really push me to change my mind on strategy for this. So that'll take me next to my U23 Rare Pro, because that's the next one that's going to be have some sort of restriction around it. And with the head count the way it is in the prize pool, I do want to try and make sure I get my better cards that are now available after selecting them for Champion Euro. Yeah, 424. So let's say I go up to 450. We're looking at roughly a clean 10% to get in the cards. Top 10% of the leaderboard that would be, of course, just for clarity. So I'm going to go with that. So I think my bet. Van de Voort away to Bruges or Schubert away to Alkmaar. Two crap fixtures. They both really are, but I'm going to go with Van de Voort just because he's my boy. They're both crap fixtures. I'm not expecting either of them to get a clean sheet, but I think Van de Voort could do better of the two. And I'm crossing my fingers and toes on that. So let's check the opposition statistics. Okay, so Harwood Bellis has got a great fixture, but I don't know if he'll start or not. He didn't start the last game. I've got a good feeling that's because of the travel from... He was on England under 21 duty, came back to Belgium, and I think he was on the bench. But again, I'm not going to take a gamble on something like that at this point. Got to factor in that clown that is Maguire suspended v Chelsea. Word is they were appealing the suspension, Chelsea that is. Mikey actually meant to make a joke about that tweet and put it on a stream at some point. And I forgot all about it, so thanks very much for commenting. It means a lot. Watching 10 minutes behind, need to swerve at Acevedo clean sheet to stay second. Payout for second half is a coin, half a coin and a star. Hey boy, good luck to you, my man. So anyway, I think my favourite defender is Guardiola in this little section here, to be quite honest with you. So I think I'm going to pick him. In midfield, who's my best U23 midfielder in terms of opposition stats and then form and all that kind of stuff? Now, like I say, I really do think Renato is going to play. From previously owning Lafont, I do know how soft Nantes are. And Renato's been bumping his gums about, oh, I might like to move to Milan, or I might look to move to Arsenal, or something like that. So he has put himself in the shop window, and he should really be putting a big performance on in a game like that. So as long as he starts, and it's always a contentious point with Renato Sanchez at the moment, unfortunately, because his appearance record is quite spotty at the moment. But I'm going to roll with the punches on that. Jota is going to go straight into this team, of course. And then my best super rare besides... I feel it's going to be Nemeka. Yeah, it's going to be Lucas Nemeka at home to Dortmund. So I think that is... Guys, talk to me. I think this is a pretty sexy team. Captain Jota till I die, of course. Big, powerful defender, rare. Cheat codes at Celtic Park. Jota is going to kill it. I know he is. Renato's got a good fixture and Nemeka's got a good fixture. It's just really the goalkeeper that's a tough one. But if the goalkeeper pulls it out the bag, then this could be an historic lineup for the club. Could hit the podium. So let's see, what team did I pick? Does it look like that? It does. Wow. On good form tonight, guys, haven't I? I've not did lineup builder. I've not did lineup builder all week. I think I'm getting pretty good at judging these fixtures just at a glance and my form and all that kind of stuff. So that's a nice little sign. Now, normally the division I do first is actually going to be the one that I do last on this occasion in terms of my super rare allocation. And it is just because the head count in the other ones, I'm thinking, you know me guys, I'm always trying to be contrarian in terms of my strategy. And for the longest time, I've been prioritising All-Star and it's been paying off. But as I look at these head counts, I'm thinking this game week, let's try playing it by numbers. Put the best teams in the smaller populated divisions and let's go for it. Now in goals, I've got a lot of different choices. I've got Lanzillotta, I've got Nubel, I've got Trapp, I've got Gu, I've got Schubert. Now I'm going to be keeping Schubert for U23s. I think that just makes sense. Lanzillotta is a tough, is that an easy? Yeah, Gymnasium La Plata. It's actually a good fixture for him. Average is a 42, maybe not actually. Gu's got a good fixture. Trapp at home to Berlin. Now, Berlin played in European football also. I've not actually checked the score, but I suspect Frankfurt are better equipped to deal with that. And they were at home. I think Berlin were away tonight in the Europa Conference League. And I do like Nubel. So I think I'm going to go with the Trapp because Trapp has got the lowest percentage pick in this division of those guys. I'm going to try and keep that contrarian angle going this game week. That's the angle of approach I want to try and deploy. Now, who's going to play in defence? I don't actually really know for this off the top of my head. I've got a feeling that I would pick Yemaine. Robbo's come back from injury. Does he start? Really hard to say. Tio, I think, needs to stay U23. Angelino is a great... I think I want to keep him for champ, really, don't I? I'm trying to play the game in that sense. So I think it is going to be Yemaine that's going to come in to this team at home to Gamba Osaka. It's a good game for him. He could do really well. Denier was again on the bench tonight, but I don't want to take the chance with somebody like Denier making his return from injury on my dime in one of my best teams. He can go in a punty team at best, but he'll probably go into training. Saka is at home to, I think, already relegated Shizuma S-Pulse, so I already seen that fixture coming a mile away with this card, and he plays up front, he takes penalties, he's a super rare midfielder. I think he's a stick on to go into this team. Up front, Johnny Russell at home to Salt Lake, I think goes right in as well. I'm tempted to throw Werner in when I see that 60 against Man United, but I just don't think he starts, and Johnny Russell does start, undoubtedly. So with a team in a league like this that I'm entering, those are important factors. So with my remaining guys, I want a super rare. So who's my best remaining super rare that's going to go in here? And it's going to be Ki Sung Young. 53 average score. He's been playing. There's not that many of his cards in existence, and I don't think many of them go into here. So I'm quite happy to put him in, because if he pulls in a 50 to 60 with an AA game, the multiplier I've got on him is very generous. Do I captain Russell or Yemaine is the question. I'm going to go Russell because it's a playoff match, and I like backing high stakes affairs, as you guys will know. Larson, I don't know if... Does Larson start? What do we think? Union won 1-0 away to Haifa, Israeli team, so again, they've got a bit of travel. Guys, Larson didn't start in the win to Napoli. They played a bit more. They just played Promise and Sobolev, and then they just had, you know, they obviously counter-attacked, but they didn't play free up front. Larson, Promise, and Sobolev. Away to, is this Ufa or Arsenal? We need to get this Ufa. We're going to need to get to know some of these Russian teams a lot better now with the Russian league on board in today. Shizu aren't already relegated, but still a good game for Saka. Thank you very much, XMK, for catching me. I just know Shizuma, S-Pulse are really bad, and they're down at the bottom. And I just had in my head that they're already down. I don't know why. But thanks for catching me. Appreciate it, my man. But Larson is the headache. Larson over Key. Do we think Larson plays or not? I think it's too much of a gamble. I think Key plays. He's not... Yeah, I think Key plays. And Larson's just a wee bit too much of a risk. I don't think the manager fancies him. They got a really positive result in Europe. He didn't feature a minute. Maybe that means he's fresh and able to come in the league and deliver. But I'm not sure. Hey guys, I just learned about SoRare yesterday. Is it too late to play since it's all mid-season? Alex Campos, no it is not. The season runs 365 days a year. It just depends on what league you're following, buddy. So I would say dive right in, get all your commons, take your time in that, you know, learn, fuck about with your commons, get the lay of the land, and proceed appropriately. I didn't register or anything. I just saw there's a potential 100 million for signing up using a referral. That's maybe one of my older videos, Alex. What happens now is you get like 13 commons guaranteed, but by hitting the referral link down below, you'll get a free limited once you've bought 5 cards of any scarcity from the market. They used to do a common draft, kind of FIFA Ultimate Team draft style, where you could get more commons in your team. That onboarding system is long shelf. So you must have found a really old video. Thank you very much for clicking on it, by the way. It means a lot, Alex. But the referral link in the description down below is always the one that's loaded with the best sign up thing going. So make sure before you open your account you do that, and you get 90 days to activate those bonuses that I just told you about. So bear that in mind. Cool. So I think that's my all-star rare pro team. I think I'm going mainly rural, you know, with my Champ Hero Trap here, you know. When I say rural, you know, there's not many games on left in Asia. And oh, I put Kyogo in here over Johnny Russell. So where is Kyogo? Why didn't he come up on this? Oh, there's Kyogo there. We maybe didn't get every forward choice. Kyogo definitely, yeah. Glad I caught that. Kyogo definitely over Johnny Russell. I'm sorry, my man. Sorry, Johnny, but it's going to be Captain Kyogo. Yeah, it was like this, wasn't it? And then Kyogo loads. Average opposition scoring against Aberdeen's 49, which isn't amazing, but Celtic are very good now and very good at home. And yeah, I'm much happy to go with that. And I can put Johnny Russell in still a really strong squad. It's just not going to be this one. But Kyogo, yeah, happy with that. And I'm glad. Oh, I picked Nubel in this one. He scored a 29 tonight, so his confidence may be a bit dented after conceding goals and whatever to Would You McCry it. No, I think I'm maybe going to stick with Nubel. That team, so far my original teams I've stuck with. Nubel's is 40, and what is Traps? It's 40 as well. Traps is a little bit less picked. So 14 of his cards and 7%, 2 or 3. No, I'm going to make that change. I'm going to drop Nubel for Trap. Alex Dobbins, good to see you, my man. Good evening. Good luck this game week 20. Thank you very much, my man. So we're going to be dropping Nubel for Trap Attack. Just because he's a little bit less played in this league, and yeah, I can do with that. Cool. So that's my D-freeze. That's what we're rolling with. Okay. Nice. Okay. Now, guys. So a good bunchies here. Guys. FC Barcelona yesterday has agreed a deal for a record transfer. We are selling super rare Ashraf Hakimi. The deal is done in paper. Part of the stipulation is he does the weekend game for us before the transfer. It's an emotional time, guys. It's a big transfer for the club. A record-breaking transfer. Ashraf Hakimi has been a great servant to the team, and he is going to leave us for an undisclosed club at the moment, with a heavy, heavy heart. We've had him about a year. He's won me. I'll show you. I'll pull up his page. It's a big deal for me, guys. It's the only reason I'm talking about it. It's a big deal. It's my biggest sale ever. My biggest card ever. My prized possession for so long. I actually bought from SoRare, it would seem. And in the time I've had him, he's won me 10 cards. I've sold 9 of them for 1.6 ETH and a little bit of change. It says here like 1.7 total value now, total value then. It says like 2 ETH and 1.7. So I've sold, and you can go on to SoRare Data and check all these guys out, but I've sold all of them for 1.6 and some change, and I kept the Sulemana. I'm keeping the Sulemana that we won in the last game week. So it goes with a heavy heart. It goes with an incredible history at the club in under 23 and All-Star Division 3. Very prominent card for me. Very, very powerful. Now, when I make a sale like this, you'll remember if you watched the big video I dropped last month when I sold Van Dijk, I replaced him with 2 cards. Now, Hakimi, I went out and I'm replacing him with 1 card. And this game week, guys, because it's Hakimi's last match, I'm going balls deep in a super rare tournament with him, because the idea of holding some of these super rares and getting some of these super rares for me is to actually move up in the ranks and actually compete at the better level to win the best cards possible. And I'm no longer going to have him moving forward, you know. So it's one of these ones. It's the last roll of the dice with him. It's the last game week. He's got a good fixture. It's not the best fixture, St Etienne away. It's a good fixture, but they do need to rebound from the Man City game. They do need to get control of their league, and I think in domestic football they generally have a much better time of it. Was it still here? I sold it for like 2,200 ETH of cards. So there's a good chance your best cards come from me indeed. I sold for like 2,200 ETH. Your first one there, Zara, sorry, you've lost me. Is that how much I've bought from you? Is that what you're saying? Sorry. So there's a good chance your best cards come from me indeed. I maybe have bought a few off you, sorry. Is that what you mean? Please explain. I think I've lost something there, but I'd love to know what the details are. So what you're going to see in this team, guys, under 23s, right, is my best under 23 goalkeeper, Ashraf Hakimi. Ashraf Hakimi's spiritual replacement at the club in terms of like a talismanic card for me. And then my best other 2 U23 super rares around it. And this is the team I'm rocking out with. Guys, tell me how sexy a team this looks. So we're going with Tani at home at Vortis, who are like circling the drain. I think they are relegated, if not they're very close to it. Hakimi, like I mentioned, away to St Etienne. Koki Machida, who on paper has got a good fixture with Sogan Tosu. At home, a big 6-pointer for them. They need to qualify for the ACL spots. That's what the Antlers are going for. And Machida, I think, can pull me 50 plus quite comfortably. And the man who has been brought in to spiritually replace Ashraf Hakimi. Now, when I picked up Ashraf Hakimi, the dream of him was, I love the guy. I think he's one of the best fullbacks in the world. Top 5 out without question. And at Inter Milan, I thought he was undervalued and he had a transfer in him and he was going to go on and on. And at the age of 22, whatever he is, he's still getting years ahead of him. Sandro Tonali goes right into that category for me. I think he's one of the best young midfielders in European football at the moment. At a great club that I don't actually see him leaving in the foreseeable future. But he's got great AA game. He's got great set piece ability. He's not really been on set pieces since being at Milan, but I know from when he was at Brescia, I used to be a boss at it. The comparisons he gets is to Pirlo. I've been watching him a lot this season, and I'm buzzing to get him in. I actually tried to get him. I've been trying again. When I bought him, I messaged some people that I'm close to. I've been trying to get Tonali, and I've actually said in a couple of videos, I think, for about 3 or 4 months, and I was prepared to pay much more in ETH terms than what I actually picked up this guy for. And Darwin Núñez, the Seferovic principle, the Seferovic principle came in this game week. He missed an absolute howler. And I think Darwin starts this match and he could bang in, as you can see in his last 5. He can get 80s, 90s, no problem. In Benfica when they're playing these little crappy teams. So we make him captain. Now guys, the dream with this is it's a podium team. That is the dream. I'm not really too bored about anything else about this game week. This is the team I care the most about. I want to finish on the podium at the very least. That is the objective. Now guys, as you know, when you do the live streams with me, you know that I look at these prize pools and I think, okay, well, I'm aiming for tier 2 with this, or this team I hope to get top 10, maybe get a star, top 25, whatever. With this team, I am aiming for first or second. I want a tier 1 super rare. Who is in the tier 1 super rare pool? Let's see who the top 5 is. Lucas Paqueta, we love that guy. Joey Veerman, we love him too. Jules Koundé, we love him. And oh, Ashraf Hakimi. Imagine we could win him. Imagine we finish first or second and we win Hakimi super rare. That would be incredible. There's a lot of other great guys in this pool. Darwin Núñez being one, Philip Con, Eric Garcia, Thiago Almada. It's a great, these are super rares, guys. Josko Guardiola, Arsene Zakarian, Serginho Dest. It's a great pool. Theo Hernandez, wow. Great pool. I am going for first or second. This is the pool I want to be fighting in this game week. This is my priority lineup. And wish me luck, guys. I really do hope it pays off for me. So I had to do my game week in such a way that you wouldn't have seen that in the lineup builder. So I'd actually already picked that already. And I think that's a little bit why some of the teams came out a little bit similar again. Because I knew that 100% was going to be going there. Now, I've just thrown together here the crappiest D2 available to me, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in a global D2 because I've got a goalkeeper for it. And I do have spare super rares still. So, oh, just need to get this zoom thing to calm down. There we go. So I'm just going to reset this team and go again. Because I just did that so that for the sake of the video, you wouldn't have seen me not picking Hakimi somewhere else. I'm hoping you maybe forgot I had him. Tani V Vortis is the relegation 6-pointer. Machida came off last game with a possible concussion head knock. Not seen any updates about him. I'd have someone else play if you have other options. Wow. If anyone has seen anything, yep. Evening Quinny, Josh Forth, good to see you, my man. Yeah, wow, Misaki, great catch. Okay, so without Koke, let's check that out. We still have some other super rares. I think I've still got some other U23 ones as well. And I don't mind maybe stealing the mecha from somewhere or something like that, depending on who my other super rares are that are left knocking about. Oh, that's a bummer, man. Maybe concussed. When was the last match? The thing with Japanese football, as you know, is it is hard to get updates on this type of thing, but that is a great catch, Misaki. Thank you very much for that. That actually it unsettles me now. Of course, I need to go discover what the script is and maybe take a gamble on him or not. Koki Machida. Yeah, he played 70 minutes against Trinita, and that was on the 20th. And it was with a concussion or a head knock. Did he come off in a stretcher? Did he walk off the pitch? Possible concussion head knock. I'm going to check. Is it FootMob? It can be okay for this. I know they're crap for Japanese football, but Koki Machida. Yeah, nothing there. Arwood Bellis. I've got no idea. Rio Hatate, do we think he plays? Let's say show picked players. Ivan Illich is going to be coming back. Is he? I've still got that crap. So I've got Vines. I think he's U23. Vines and Illich. I think Illich might come back into the team, but I don't think he's strong enough to go into my best team. But I think not having Machida is going to weaken me somewhere else now, because I might need to call upon. I think I need to call upon the mecha. And then I maybe thrown Illich into U23. Oh, that's a bit sketchy. Illich. Hatate, does Hatate... Do we think Hatate definitely starts? Oh, I think he... Yeah, do you know what? I can do that. I can do Nemeka and put Hatate in Nemeka's place. I think I can live with that. So let's drop Koki. Oh, that's a sore one. I bet he plays as well. But it's good to warm me, Misaki. I'm going to do a quick... Magic Alex, I hope you have fun with it. I've got videos and stuff like that that'll help you get through all that stuff and get you up and running. I was going to Twitter search Koki Machida real quickly, sorry. Koki. It changes it to Loki. Koki Machida. I wouldn't normally do this on camera, guys. I'm really sorry, but I do need to check this. Some guy in kanji just spamming Koki Machida. Casamisa 28 DF Koki Machida. What's this guy on about? There's nothing there, man. Ouch. Oh, shit, man. I think I'm not taking the gamble with this team. This team is a priority lineup, so we're going to go get Nemeka and pull him in because he is the next in line to go in this team. Now, this is a very FC Barcelona team, double heavy up front, and it looks even better without Machida and having Nemeka there. It is. He did walk off, but was bandaged up, wanted to play on, but they subbed him. Unfortunately, I've seen nothing since the weekend. That's fine. We'll deal with that. Thanks very much for the catch, Misaki. I do very much appreciate that. I'll put Nemeka in there. I think I'm gaining some firepower and the potential to get maybe a better score. Who knows? If I see anything before the deadline, I'll make sure to send you your way. Thank you very much. So I think Rio Hatate is a decent bet to come in here. I don't know if I might play Koki. Let's hit used. I'm not picking Maffeo. I've got Hatate, there's Machida. Harwood Bellis has got a great game, has got good scores, but I just don't know if he's going to feature or not. Vines, honestly, like Sam Vines was always like an average scorer in America, but you think, oh, he's a young guy, he might improve. Since going to Europe, he's been fucking shit. Like, honestly, like, I think he tries to cross the ball so often that it just hemorrhages like 50 points every game. Can't see Coking and trading photos on Instagram. XMK, love that detail. Thank you, my man. Thank you. Going on the on the Instagram hunt, love it, my man. Ivan Illich, again, been injured, coming back from injury. I'm happy to forfeit not using him in this team. So I think I'm going to go Hatate. I'm going to bring him in because I expect him. There's no reason for him not to play. And as you've seen in the last game, he shot 63. So if he does something like that, he just needs to match Nemeka for me to be content with this team. Or if he beats Nemeka, even better. Detective XMK running the show. That's it. So we're making a few little adjustments. So we're going back into D2 now. I think these are the best super rares I had left lying about. Yes, I went with THB, Harwood Bellis. I went with Ivan Illich, Jordan Larson. And then I'll throw Koki in here. I think I'll throw Koki in there. I'd rather go with the Koki potential DNP rather than play Vines at the moment because he's just shit, man. He just really is. I wish he was better because I could use him. I really could use him. Oh, I've got Mertens. I think he'll play. Yakimakis, I'm going to say, isn't going to play at the weekend, by the way, if anyone's interested in that information. Yeah, I think it's Sack Koki. I think we'll go with Mertens because I think the Napoli injury problems lend themselves to Mertens playing. And then we're hoping THB gets back in the team. We don't know if Larson starts. And then Illich. Yeah, so that is the puntiest team in the game week. I'm not really too bored about the All-Star Super Rare. We're just putting our odds and ends in there. Now with the D4s, I'm not going to go through the lineup builder. I don't think. Actually, let's do it. Let's take the D4s that level seriously as well. So we're dropping Koki and we're bringing in show pick players. We're bringing in Nemeka. No, we need to get rid. No, let's just save that as it is. Champion Euro SR. No, it wasn't Champion Euro. It was the U23 Pro. We're taking out Nemeka. And then can we add in Hatate? Has he been picked on this? I don't think he has, has he? No, he's not. So where's Hatate? Am I blinded? Yes, I am blinded. He's there. So that's fine. I can deal with that. And then Nemeka is going to go into this. Let's go to All-Star Super Rare and just reset that team. Save. U23 Super Rare. Bang, we're getting Nemeka in here. Boom. It's a very FC Barcelona team. I'm even more excited about it aesthetically. Look at it there. The Inter, the AC, the Benfica, the Anderlecht. It's a great looking super rare team. It does. It's going to be a great game week, guys. I'm fucking buzzing to see how well these guys do. I really hope none of them fuck me over. I really hope they don't. So I think that's everything back up to speed for where it should be. Yeah. So let's go and check out the D4s. Okay. So I think priority wise, in terms of the value of the competition, we're going to go rare first with the champion Euro. The goalkeeper we've got is going to be Nubel, I think, isn't it? Yeah, it's going to be Noobs. Yeah, it's going to be Noobs. And then in defence, I think I'm going to go Angelino. I think I know that already because, yeah, it's my best defender, I think, available. Robbo and Denier get great shouts for this position also, but they're just unlikely. I've got less certainty over whether they'll play or not. So Angelino comes in here. And again, guys, I'm just looking to pick my best guys that are left over. So I've still got, like, SoRare, who's got, let's check opposition average. So I've got Sulemana. I've got McKennie, who was suspended and will come into this match fresh. Much fresher than a lot of the Leverkusen guys. So that could be something. But SoRare, I think, is a definite for this team. And then I'm tempted to maybe even just throw Max Arnold in here, in fact, as well. At home with Dortmund. And then who do we put up front? I think I was tempted to put Werner in here. I'm not going to be... I think I'm going to go with Weah. Because I think Weah's the most likely to start. And yeah, I think that's what I'm going with. Now, I'm not sure what midfield I picked in that other team. We'll go with Captain SoRare since he's at home. I can't remember exactly how I picked that team. Let me check. Because Max Arnold, let me check. I don't know if what's his opposition? What's that midfielder scoring against? Mönchengladbach for Hector. Arnold 45 against Dortmund. McKennie 49 against Atalanta. Sulemana 54. Kamada scored tonight while being good. Vettel at home at Union Berlin. I think I might pick Kamada actually over Arnold. 12 cards eligible, half of them go in here. And who's the other option again? Kamada. 25 cards available, 40% of them go in here. I think I'm going to go Max. I think I'm just going to put Max in there because he takes set pieces and depending on what the score is, that could be good. So I think that's the best shout for me. Let's check out what I picked. Champion Euro. Oh, I've taken somebody out of here. Was it the goalkeeper? Yeah, it was. We'll stick Noobs in there. And yeah, that was the team I picked and the same captain. Lovely. Really pleased with that. So let's check out U23s. Rare. In goals, it's going to be Schubert, isn't it? He's got a crap fixture. And then I'm just going to pick my... it's just the best guy. So I've got Tio, who I'm really happy to put in this division because I think he's picking up form and he's got a good fixture. Same with Wirtz. Really happy to put him in here. I think these guys could dominate in this division. I'm just hoping the goalkeeper doesn't hemorrhage too much. Now I'm looking at my Japanese lads. I think Ueda and Daisen Maeda are both get good shouts for this. But Ueda I think does edge it. I've got a rare Hitate as well who I could throw in. He's a little bit less picked and I think that's just because his scores can be quite up or down. Whereas I think with Ueda, I think you kind of know what you're getting. And then my spare guy, I'm going to pick Sulemana. And guys, talk to me. How good of a rare under 23 team is that? So Sulemana's got a good opposition average, so I'm going to pick him as captain. And yeah, really excited about that. I think that might be similar to the team I picked already. It is. But I picked Captain Tio. I'm going to go with Captain Sulemana. Get my good debut at the club. We'll see what he's all about. The stats, the scout pages, love this guy. So I'm happy to back him. And then finally, it's going to be, or as I say finally, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to pick my Champion Asia rare because I'm aware I've got Kim Sung-gyu and I don't need him for global. So I'm just going to throw an Asian team out. So Kim Sung-gyu, this goalkeeper is a reward, okay? Just bear that in mind. Koki might not play. Takao. Has Takao been featuring? I know he's been featuring, sorry, but it's a crap fixture. I'm going to pick Ominami, who cost me fuck all when the J League came out. Fixture for Schubert ain't as bad as you think. AZ aren't exactly on the best scoring run at the moment. Fair enough. Fair enough. Arnurug, fist bump, good to see my man. Hi Quinny, I invested in a limited team and it's not doing so well. Would you suggest improving my limited squad or buying into an ETH grinding team? It depends how much surgery a team needs. It depends what you're looking to do, Anurag, you know, so it's a kind of hard answer to give you over a live chat and stuff, but it depends on where you're at with your team. Saka's going to go in here, what your ambition is, what your game level, you know, how competitive do you want to be, and you know what is your recreational hobby budget, you know, kind of thing. Who's definitely going to play? I think Maeda's definitely going to play, so I'll put him in here. And my spare man, I'm going to put Yunbik Karam in, I think. Does that maybe play Marcos Jr.? I think I'll play Marcos Jr. Screw it. And we'll go Captain Osaka. So I'm just going to go with that. I wonder if that's the Asian team I picked. Did I pick an Asian team? Yes, I did. And Machida's in here. I picked you. I picked Yunbik Karam. And I picked... I don't think... So let me check. So Yunbik Karam, what's his opposition stat? It's 53. Actually, I might... Let's go back to that, in fact. 47 for my man... Marcos Jr. Yeah, I'm going to go with Yunbik Karam. I do need to play Ominami because of the Machida thing. And then I played Rio Hitate. Average opposition score 50. Well, I know he's not really a forward as well. That's a bit... He's a little bit less picked. I'm going to keep the Maeda, to be honest with you. Yeah, I'm going to stick with the Maeda. They're all very much of a muchness. He's a little bit less picked here as well. So yeah, I'm going to be putting Maeda and Yunbik Karam. So Hitate, you're going to get dropped for Maeda, who's in a training team. Yeah, I think I'll go with that. Asian team looks solid. Thank you very much, Masaki. This is the last one, XMK, before Vitesse's magic run through December. Lovely. Josh has already scouted the fixtures and knows Vitesse are on an upward turn, which is... Yoshi just fell. Which is very good for me to hear. Love it. So that brings us on to our last rare entry. Now, I'm not going to be doing the lineup builder for the limiteds. I never ever do. But I think we've done quite well so far on the stream tonight, guys. So my last goalkeeper is going to be Lanzillotta. Easy little cheap goalkeeper we've got. And I think Argentinos Juniors, if I get lucky with the results, the fixtures are favourable, they could make the playoffs themselves. So who am I going to play? Who's my best defender that's left? And best is kind of valued on likelihood of playing also at this point. Hendry, decent game. Denier, Koke, Mackenzie, Robbo. I think Chris Richards is probably my man here. Good opposition, average stat. In fact, it's probably one of the best ones there. Yeah, second best. And I think he starts. I think he'll play. I'm not actually sure. Yeah, I think it did start the last match. In midfield, I think... Wait for the rest of the list to load, but I think Jonas Hector... It's going to be, yeah, I need to play Jonas Hector. I've bought him to be my little cheat codey guy, you know. Up front's going to be Johnny Russell. Guys, how exciting does this team look? So Falcao, I've got Palaversa. Good opposition average for this game week. He'll definitely play, so maybe Palaversa. And Cham. Half of Encham's cards go into this division. Wow. For Sharon, I've not picked for Sharon yet. I don't know if he'll start right enough. He's been kind of in and out. Tyler Adams, I know I've got a good feeling we'll play. Brendan Aronson, I've got some really good... Oh, Jesus. I think Palaversa's kind of safe. I like to be a bit adventurous. I think I might go with Encham. He's just got such a high count. Who's our guy again? Palaversa, he's got quite a high count in this division as well. For Sharon, quite low. Tyler Adams, there's not that many of them. I think I might play the Tyler Adams. Ooh, there's not that many Brendans that come in here. Kamada? Oh, Kamada needs to play. Kamada needs to play. He's not been picked yet. And then I think making captain Johnny Russell in this team. Yeah, much happier with that. That's a really good global team. There's 3 champion cards there, an American card, North and South, really. That's a really exciting team. I quite like that. I don't think that's a team I've picked here. Oh my god, it is. I didn't mean that, guys, but there we go. So the limited teams, how many we're getting out this game week? Looks like 3. I might need to drop Bravo from the sounds of things, so I might not get 3 out. My champion Euro, we're going David SoRare, Eric Garcia, David Silva. If I got a better option for David Silva, maybe, because he's not played too great tonight. Thomas Alarcon. I think I just kind of need to roll with this. Dzeko up front with Nolito. Captain Dzeko is banging in big scores, and I think they've all got good fixtures, really. They're all away from home. Every one of those cards is away from home. Sometimes those things, I kind of like them if they correlate, which they do in this case. I can get behind it, but normally I do prefer home fixtures. Under 23s, I've got some really good cards. I've got my reward from the Union, who scores pretty well when he wants to. As you can see, you can get over 60 with an AA game. He's a good guy if you've not looked at him. Zakarian, Lautaro Martinez, Duvikas, and Safanov. Great under 23 squad, and let's just see if they all got on the pitch and if they can do some damage for me. I'll be quite chuffed. And then an all-star, I think I've got Bravo in goals. Yes, I do. Do I have any other options for him? Maximenko, and then rookies. So no, I'm just going to leave him in there, I suppose, because that is just odds and sods anyway. Christensen, Manquello, Sobolev, and Promise. And Manquello, by the way, guys, 93 the last time he played. He's a nice little reward I've managed to pick up, and he could be somebody you could look at. Lovely jubbly. Magic, guys, that is the teams for the game week. Was there anything else? Oh, this is the other thing I wanted to mention to you. Anyone from USG is a good guy at the moment. You can say that, my man. I won 2 of them. I sold 1. I wish I kind of kept both of them now. They're not worth much limited, as you know, at any time, even when they were peak. It wasn't like a big, expensive, rewards to win and to sell and whatever. But been chatting to a good friend of the channel, Hendo. Unfortunately, he's having some problems with the 2-factor authentication, and it's just something I wanted to see on camera, guys. If you are on, you need to be on 2FA, 2-factor authentication, to make sure your account is as secure as possible against hackers and all that kind of crap, of course. But also, I'm pretty sure with the Google one anyway, I don't know what other ones are out there, but with the Google one, you can have a recovery key that you save. So even if like you dropped your phone down the toilet, you dropped it in the ocean, somebody stole it off you, whatever, you could recover your 2FA relatively pain-free and access your accounts. And this 2-factor authentication thing in the Google app, I've got like 3 or 4 websites linked to it now. There's lots of websites that want 2-factor authentication just to make sure accounts aren't being hacked and details are stolen and whatever. So if you have 2-factor authentication, make sure you get it somewhere notable. Your recovery key, it's called, I believe. And if you haven't done it yet, please look into it and explore it, because it is a valuable security measure for your account. That was the other thing to mention. Don't forget SoRare Influencers League, the Sil World Championship. You can register on SoRare Brag, and then you register on my team, 23,001 Scotland, FC Barcelona, whatever you want to think of this team as. That's what we represent on this channel. You can do that as of tomorrow, I think about noonish or so. Everything will be on social media everywhere, so you can keep on top of that. And wish me luck for this game week, guys. We'll check out SoRare data before we leave. We'll see how the game week is panning out with our game week 2 to 1 entries. And we'll see if we're still hanging on with those 4 rewards. It looks like we still are. These guys are hanging on for unlimited for me. 98% complete now. I think we're keeping in there with a tier 2 just by the skin of our teeth. Kamada's game's finished. He's on 61. How many minutes have gone in the Colorado match? Danny Wilson's up to 46. He won't have his clean sheet bonus yet. 56 minutes. That'll be imminent. And they're doing pretty well. No. Against the Timbers. And Colorado are one of these. Yeah, so anyway, we'll watch and see that. So we're in tier 3 camp, and we're hunting down tier 2 with Danny Wilson, basically. So once that clean sheet bonus ticks in, I think, boom, we're in tier 2 turf. You're hoping for a miracle to get to tier 1, but I think that gets us tier 2. So that's fine. These guys, I think, tier 3 limited, 100% complete. And we have just clung on by 5 points, despite Eric Garcia only playing 4 minutes. So brilliant. We're going to get our first Champion Euro limited reward. Lovely. On the 23s, we're in the tier 3 camp, 98% complete. I think we're going to hold on, guys. I think we're holding on to, so what's that, 2 rares and 2 limiteds, and maximum ETH in terms of threshold. So a great game week. And I can't wait for Trophy Day tomorrow, guys. If you're not aware of this, right, on my YouTube channel, so make sure you subscribe and hit notifications, right? On Trophy Day, when rewards come out, I release a YouTube short, which is a 1 minute maximum video of me opening my reward. You see the team that won it. We have a look at the guys I've won. Are they any good? Are they worth anything? Are they shit? Are they cool? Whatever. So make sure you do subscribe to the channel, and that's always on like a Friday or a Tuesday, rewards day we call it, or trophy day, if you are new. But man, you guys, I've had a great stream tonight. I hope you will join me in applauding Achraf Hakimi for his service to the club, the time he's been here, and we wish him all the best in his future endeavours going forward. He's been a great servant to the club. He was a guy, if I'm honest, I thought I would have held for a little bit longer, but massive price on the table, great deal for the club. We get to, and you know, I was thinking about how to explain what the proceeds are going to do without giving it away, right? But if you can think about, like, I'm thinking about my FC Barcelona, right? And yeah, you want to get better players in and all that kind of stuff, but I'm also thinking about developing the stadium, developing the youth academy, you know, hiring better infrastructure, getting better stuff. You know, that's what I'm thinking about doing with my club now. With the proceeds of such a big sale for me, biggest sale I've ever done, kind of thing. So I hope you will wish me and Achraf Hakimi well this game week and his swan song for FC Barcelona after a year of great service. And fingers crossed for the game week that we've just finished and the one bit ahead. I hope you guys win something, Matty boy. I hope you keep second and you pull it in. If you're new around here and you've laughed your lounge or like something, whatever, please do like the video. If you're live in the chat, there's 25 E's here or so. Going to like the video, it means a lot, helps us out. If you watch this after we've been live and at any time you've laughed your lounge or like something, whatever, please do leave a like. If you've watched a few of these already and you haven't, just going to subscribe already. Josh, you missed it. You'll need to watch. I've got him for this game week, Josh. You'll need to catch the stream. I'm not going to go back over it because it is the end of the stream, unfortunately, my man. But thanks a lot for joining us. I hope you have a great game week. Like, subscribe, share, retweet. All better infrastructure. You build a bot to be... No. I'm not building a bot. Like, subscribe, share, retweet. All that good stuff, guys. Stay out of trouble, and I will catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.